get started. 9 o'clock. Here we go. You already know what's up. No fucking around today. We know what we're doing. Today, I'm not even bothering to talk right now. Nobody's in here yet. Well, you'll say, for a change, how to do the YouTube audience, first off. I know I don't normally talk to you guys as much. Y'all are kind of, frankly, second banana. Twitch is sort of my main audience. And for those of you who watch these after the fact on YouTube, I do appreciate it. I know sometimes I don't update them as consistently as perhaps I should, but I do appreciate it, so. You know what? I'm going to move this back here. It's the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to test deadlifts. But before we do that, we're going to do a little skip and rope. We'll go from there. Morning, Kareem, as always, bright and early. You're the one who always seems to be here right at the stroke of dawn, or right at the stroke of the start of the workout. I do appreciate that a lot, actually, especially because you're a mod. That means, you know, if anyone tries to do anything really stupid on my stream, it's a lot harder for them to do that when I have another mod in here. So that's really, really great, actually. So I appreciate that quite a lot. Just want to make sure it's very clear that that's the case. Ooh, I should have gotten my deadlift socks on. I'm going to make a pull this. Yeah, I might actually go get those. Now I'm thinking about it. Because that's going to... I'd really rather not scrape the shit out of my shins today. I might have to do that. Let's get started with a little bit of skip and rope first. Hey, LP12, welcome. Thanks for first time chat. Reds got jobbed by the Yanks and the umps last night. That's unfortunate. I hate the Yankees. You got notifications on for me? Oh, well, I appreciate that. I assume that means you probably have the ping roll in the Discord. But yeah, you can get Twitch notifications too. I mean, I am pretty consistently reliable about when I start. Very seldom do I deviate from the times on my stream that I start from. So, I'm gonna place this down maybe too low of a norm, because we're gonna use it to load. So what are we doing today? It's a little unusual. So CCLVIII here on Twitch shanghaied me into joining this garage gym challenge where you're supposed to. Is that even? Look, it isn't even, but it is. It's just my rack is crooked. Is that even? Yeah, it's even. Anyway, CCLVIII here on Twitch shanghaied me into doing this bench squat and deadlift challenge, just 1 rep max. So, as y'all saw, I hit 380 on squat. On Thursday, I hit 350 on bench. It was ugly, but I did get it on Friday. And I also put in a clean 335 for what it's worth. I think if I hadn't done that, my 350 would have been cleaner. But you know, better to be conservative on these things. And then Saturday, which is today, we're going to do deadlift. Now today's normally a pull day, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my deadlifts, and then we're going to dive into our pull workout. All right? Twitch notifications for you on that ping roll too. I appreciate that. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start just with a couple warm-ups. I think with deads, it's probably pretty important to do that. So I'm just gonna start. Oh. We'll move the kettlebells out of the way. That's probably not something we want to have in our path of motion. Yeah, that's a little bit better, I think. Move. There we go. Okay. Quick camera angle, y'all can see the full range of motion. That's solid. Oh. And predictably, literally, first time picking it up there, I've already scraped up my shins. So, for me, the key for deads is finding the right balance between not warming up enough and risking hurting your back, warming up too much, and weakening your grip strength. So, this one's, I have to play around with it a bit. I think I'm just gonna add plates and continue to warm up from there. Caffeine kick in a bit more. What's up, Nika Chicken? Do you know Microsoft released an upgraded version of Microsoft Edge? I didn't know that. Interesting. Well, how they named it Edge? I have no idea. I mean, it used to be Internet Explorer, which was, I mean, what it was from what, the 90s till like 2018? And Internet Explorer was never as good as Chrome or Firefox, but it got the job done. You didn't have a better option. By the way, and I will have to brag a little bit here, it's important to try and stay humble, but this is a pretty big achievement for me. I hit my first sub 6 minute mile yesterday. I ran 5 minutes, 58 seconds, 32 milliseconds. And I've never done that before, so I was pretty happy about that. This is 215. This is body weight. Probably smart to use a weightlifting belt at this point. I think I'm going to allow that. Nika Chicken, just don't go too far down that more explicit way of talking here. Well, we gotta, I don't know, I feel like I've said this channel is 18 plus. We should be allowed to make dirty jokes like that. I don't know, if Twitch has a problem, I don't think that violates Twitch terms of service. I think we're good. Oh, I am sore though, I will say. Definitely from the last few days, this is gonna be really hard. I'm hoping I don't pass out, basically, is where I'm going with this. Oh, it's sore. Good. All right. So I'm gonna go do, before we go any further, is run back into the house, grab me some taller socks, just so that way I don't scrape up my shins. Give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back and we'll carry on, okay? I know I don't normally subject y'all to an ad break quite so early, and for that I do apologize, but I thought about this. It doesn't make sense not to put on long socks. It's not even a safety thing, it's just I think it's a little bit of a safety thing, I guess. In the sense of I will probably have better form if I don't have to worry about scraping the shit out of my shins. And as such, just subconsciously I'll keep the bar closer to my body, which means it'll probably be closer to the second or center of weight. So that's probably what I'm doing. So show. These are my baseball socks. I am a Washington Nationals fan. Yeah, I know they're not very good this year, but compared to last year, we're doing great. Big Red, morning to you. By the way, Big Red, how are my Nationals doing? My Nets, are we still like 3, 4, 5 games under 500? I'll be honest. It's a casual interest. My interest in sports in general has waned substantially over the last few years. For pro sports, I don't watch the NBA because I think it's a bad product. For baseball, I got to watch my Nationals win the World Series in 2019, and I don't consider myself, I feel like it would be spoiled to expect more from them. I got to see one championship in my lifetime, one World Series, that's good enough. And then in hockey, it's the same way with the Capitals. The Caps won their first ever, 5 years ago now, in 2018. The franchise has been around since 1974. And that was a huge deal. And that broke 2018, it was a 26-year sports curse, dating all the way back to the end of the 1991 season when the team formerly known as the Washington Redskins won the Super Bowl against Buffalo, I believe. That would have been February 1992. So February 1992 all the way to June of 2018, not a single sports team in MLB, NHL, NFL, or NBA won a championship for Washington. In fact, not a single one had made it past the second round in those 26 years and 4 months, which is pretty crazy. So to go through what we did in 2018, watch the Capitals win it all, and then the Nationals win it all in 2019, I'm content. Like, yeah, you say, oh, that's 5 years in the rearview mirror at this point, man. Why are you still happy with being a Caps fan? Totally. I'm watching Alexander Ovechkin chase down the greatest record in hockey, and I hope he does it. And I don't really care if we're not that high. I don't care if we're a Stanley Cup contender. I want Ovechkin to break that record. I care about that way more than winning another cup. I know I'm probably in the minority for fans there, but I think maybe this is also being an A&M fan. Being an Aggie has taught me to lower my expectations of the on-field product, or on-ice product, or on-court product, I guess, if you're a basketball fan. I'm not, and I will never care much about the NBA until the Wizards rename themselves back to the Bullets. It bothers me that the team in Washington, D.C. somehow the team that needed to change its name didn't. And there was a time where we had a, let's go with racially problematic name for the football team. But in the interest of political correctness, we changed the basketball team's name. That would have been what, 24 years prior? I'm sorry, what the hell? How the hell is it the basketball team's name was the one to change? I'm sorry, I don't care what you're telling me. Washington Bullets is an objectively cool name. And if you really want to say, oh, gun violence and blah, 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 okay, that's fine. But you cannot name your team the Wizards when there's already a team named the Magic in the same league. It doesn't work. Just awkward. Magic versus Wizards. No, it's like that'd be like having the Corn play the Farmers. What? Or like, it'd be like having the eggs play the chickens. Doesn't really work. Or the milk play the cows. Or the steaks play the cows. You get the point. All right, my back is a little bit sore today, so I may do a little stretching out after this one. This is just 305. I'm gonna do it just as a little bit more of a warm-up, really build up to 405. I do not want to hurt myself doing this, so if I have to, sort of keep it a little bit lower, a little bit lighter weight, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't need to prove a whole lot here. Take this off. Oh. All right. Yeah, 305, this will be pretty easy. I'll rep this for a couple of sets, or a couple of reps here. And then, I guess what I'll do, I think I'm gonna do 305, 355, and then 405. I'd rather play it safe. Deadlifts, it's important not to hurt yourself. Easy. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah. So, again, this is for the Garage Gym Challenge. Been asked to send in video of max deadlift, squat, and bench. I wouldn't normally deadlift today. Today's my pull day. For me, I think of deadlifts more as a leg exercise than a pull exercise. Yes, you do use your back in deadlifts, but to me, it's about driving through the hips. And that means glutes, quads, hamstrings, more to me than it means lats, delts, and traps. And for me, right, when I say pull day, I'm thinking of muscles where you're pulling something. And to me, that's lats, delts, traps, and biceps. For me, a deadlift is actually not that much of a pull. You know, obviously you keep your upper body engaged, but for me, you're driving, you're pushing from your legs. You're pushing your legs down into the ground and moving the weight off that way. You hurt your back, take care of yourself. Oh, for sure. Again, if I feel my back like not wanting to, if I feel my back protesting, I'm not gonna go too crazy about it. Dunn's barbecue, pulled pork, baked mac and cheese, baked beans, coleslaw, and pasta salad. I am jealous. Although I hit a calorie deficit yesterday, so I feel pretty good about that. 1,700 calories, I think, is all I ate, but 198 grams of protein, so I ate really clean. Okay, I am gonna want music for this though. This is 3:55. Oh, I'm gonna stretch out actually just a little bit here. Yeah, I've hit 355 for reps before. I should have no problem here. This should not be particularly difficult. It won't be easy, but I should have no problem picking this up. Yeah, if I can squat 380, clearly I can deadlift at least that. Most people, I'm speaking in general here, there are probably some exceptions. Most people will have deadlifts as their heaviest exercise, because it's the simplest exercise of them all, right? Pick weight up, put weight down. That's literally all a deadlift is. You're lifting a dead weight. That's literally where the name comes from. So, let's get a little bit of music going on here. I'm feeling, what do we want here? That'll work. All right. 125, 215, 305, 355. All right. Nice and easy. Keep the abs tight. Keep the spine neutral. Focus. Explode. Nice and easy. All right. Here we go. Easy. Yeah, no problem. Lightweight. Let's hit 405. If we hit this, I'm going to be fine with it. My all-time PR is 435. I'm not going to go for that today. That's just not smart. I want more rest, if that was the case. I didn't sleep that well. Yeah, that barbecue sounds fire, bro. Alright, so we're going to just rest here for a sec. Let the back kind of settle. Psych myself up. We'll reset, we'll hit this. The 405. This shouldn't be too hard. I'd love to be able to deadlift 500 at some point. That'd be pretty baller. Oh. I know this isn't my normal thing. Live with it. Oh. Morning, King Nick. Boom, boom. About to deadlift 405, so. I'm just gonna, let my back relax for a bit. Yeah, the soreness is real right now. I will be honest with you. Grant Williams tried to punk out Jimmy Butler and failed. Not surprised he did some crap Tennessee. Is that basketball? Because I have no idea what that's about. Hey, I see we have at least 15 people in here. Thank you everybody for showing up. That means at the end of this workout, I will knock down 8 ounces of raw egg whites. We hit 30, I'll do handstand push-ups. Y'all know the drill on that. Okay, so this will be 405. I'm gonna psych myself up, get some music going, then we're just gonna hit this. This shouldn't be hard. I've hit 435, but my back's pretty sore today. I think I'll get this without any issue. I do not expect a problem. Because again, this is below my max. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, Discords are dead this morning. People are sleeping in. Yeah, I, as you well know, do not give a single solitary fuck about the NBA. La NBA, I fear. This is actually pretty interesting. There are only 4 cities where it's actually cheaper to buy property than rent it. 4 major cities anymore. These cities are Detroit, Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Houston. And for home buying to become cheaper than renting in other parts of the country, mortgage rates would need to fall substantially. Here's the problem with this theory. In all 4 of those cities, but particularly Detroit and Philadelphia, you have obscene property taxes. This is actually something I was looking at the other day. I've been, perhaps unnecessarily, harsh on the city of Chicago for a litany of reasons, and the state of Illinois in general. But I was looking at, there's this really cool building called Marina City in Chicago, where it was basically designed like a corn cob. It's the corn cob shaped skyscrapers, where it's basically a giant city skyscraper, and everyone has a really nice view and a really nice balcony because it's radial. That's the idea behind the building. And I thought it was, and the more I watched this video, it's genius. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta wonder, because this is in the nice downtown part of Chicago. I'm sure these are ludicrously expensive to rent or buy. Turns out they're not. You can buy, like, in recent memory, those 1 or 2 bedroom homes have gone anywhere between, $200,000 and $300,000, which is very affordable, especially in the 3rd biggest city in the country. And then I realized what the property taxes would be on that. You'd be paying $5,000 a year in property taxes for an apartment. That is insane. I mean, that equates to an income, right? If you're making baller, if you're making good money, $100,000 a year, right, after
your income taxes. That's a 5% tax rate just to own property in Cook County. Why would anyone want to pay that? It blows my mind. Chicago's damaging itself with a property tax rate that high. It would make sense if, Illinois, Chicago in general did not have an income tax, but they do, and it's pretty steep. So, I don't understand. Why are you hamstringing yourself that badly, Chicago? Because otherwise, okay, yeah, the weather's pretty miserable, but Chicago's crime rate is it's overstated. The transit is actually really good there. It's going to be a huge beneficiary of climate change because it's in the Midwest and has lots of access to fresh water. Chicago's set up to be an absolute fucking dynamo of the 21st century, but man alive, is that city mismanaged. I've been to Philly. I saw some homeless guy waving his carrot into a fountain. I was disgusted. I mean, that's nothing compared to what California's like. And look, I'm not saying, property taxes in a big city need to be as cheap as they are where I live. I pay $500 a year in property taxes. But 10 times more expensive for a house with slightly more value? Why? On quite a lot less land, I'd add, because it's just an apartment, really. How does that add up, Chicago? You're damaging your ability to attract middle-class families if your taxes are that high on owning property. Nobody's going to want to buy. And I will say, I have such mixed feelings about California. As a Texan, I'm almost obligated to shit on them, but there's a lot of really cool shit that goes on in that state. First off, the Central Valley is where I get all my produce, and as such, the Central Valley matters a lot to me. Los Angeles could be perhaps the greatest city in the United States in the 21st century, but it made a lot of mistakes in the second half of the 20th century, and it's gonna have to fix those. We'll see whether or not it does. Okay, the Bay Area might be beyond repair at this point, but there's a lot to love about California. There's a reason 40 million people live there, right? But I think it's because, right, there's an old saying that says it's like behind every cynic is a depressed optimist or whatever. And it's sort of like behind some of the problems California has is I see more potential, it's wasted potential that bothers me about California in general. California could be so much better than it is, and for the sake of the people who live there, it deserves to be, and it isn't. All right. Landscape is second to maybe only Alaska in terms of natural beauty. Like Florida better, I'm a Florida man at heart. I don't care for Florida as much. There's parts of Florida I like, and then there's Orlando, and I have a deep-seated loathing for that city. There's a scene from The Simpsons where it's a later season where Sideshow Bob returns to his den after another failed plan to kill Bart, and he's like, I need a new start. So he spins a globe, stabs it with a knife, and it lands on Orlando. And he responds in that classic Kelsey Grammer way, which, by the way, hilarious actor. I love Kelsey Grammer. And he says, not in this lifetime. And that's exactly how I feel about Orlando. Orlando, I like nothing about that city. But like, the Panhandle, I like. It's weird, you wouldn't think I'd be down, but I love the Redneck Riviera. Like, Pensacola's nice, Panama City's nice, and then the Atlantic coast is real nice too, the Space Coast. I've never been down to Miami, although I'd like to go because, South Beach, muscle, and all that. I'd love to feel small for a change. I think that'd be really good for my ego. I try to keep myself humble, but you go to a place like Los Angeles, like, not Venice, because Venice is where all the freak shows are, but like Santa Monica or Miami Beach, and you see people who have genuinely made the right decisions in ways that I haven't, frankly, and it humbles you, and it says, okay, I've got more work to do. I'd like to visit Miami, is I guess where I'm going with that. I've never been, but I'd like to visit. Okay, Here we go, chat. Let's stop dicking around and let's hit 405 and be done with this. And then get on with our actual workout. Yeah, my lower back's a little bit sore. Not in a bad way, but just a little bit tight. So what I want to do is hit this and be done with deadlifting. Again, I don't normally do deadlifts on a pull day. I know that sounds a bit weird because a lot of people say, oh, deadlifting works your back, it works pulling muscles. Not for me. For me, deadlift is more about legs. But that's, again, to each his own. Okay. 35, 125, 215, 305, 355, 405. I'm gonna psych myself up, we're gonna hit this. And yes, I full well know I'm going slow, but that's kind of the point. If we're gonna max, you're not supposed to do a max quickly. I'll tell you, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, I could pee. I'd rather not do this with full bladder. Much better. Yes, I pee in my backyard. Deal with it, it's my property. Alright, psych myself up, we're gonna hit this. Oh, if you're wearing headphones, you may want to turn them down just a little bit, because I may vocalize the strain I'm putting my body through on this one. Let's hit this. Here we go. Yep, nice and easy. We're done with that though. No more. My back feels fine and I can definitely deadlift more weight. I do not want to. That's not why we're in here today, frankly. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix it up and start doing pull-ups now. While I de-rack. Motivates me to stop eating dirt and finally get my life together. Harry Burke, you just made my day. I appreciate that. No, I will never squat Derrick Henry levels of weights. I fucking wish, dude. The dude has like a 750-pound squat or some crazy shit like that. I'll put it this way. I think everybody does have like a natural ceiling, I guess is what I would say. And I reckon mine is probably around, there is a natural anabolic ceiling most people have. And really, once you get beyond that point, you need to take take steroids. A guy like Derrick Henry probably doesn't take steroids,
But that man has access to the best of the best in terms of medical care and sports medicine researchers. And he did both at Alabama and now in the NFL. A guy like me who's just a pro, or all right, not a pro, but petite bourgeoisie if you're one of those people. Someone who's upper middle class, right? I have the basics. I reckon if I were to do another bulk cycle, I think my ceiling for deadlift is probably somewhere around 500. This was 405, and it went up pretty easily, as y'all can tell. And again, I'm not at 100% right now. When I finished my bulk last time, I was at 435. And we're not gonna, well, I will need this in a little while. I was at 435. So what that tells me is, right, I don't think I'm at my peak. Like, I don't think I'm at my natural ceiling. But I think around 500 probably am. If I were to do sort of a super squat style bulk, I think I'd see my deadlift rise another 60 to 70 pounds. That'd put me right at 500. I think beyond that point, I think my squat probably be natural limit would probably be around 450. Bench probably around 375 if I had to guess. I'm pretty close, I think, to my natural limit on bench. My chest is by far and away my best feature, and I don't think it makes sense for me to go much further than that. I think if I had to go further, I'd probably need to start looking into PEDs, and I don't want to do that. So for me at this point, like, I'm really pretty happy with where my muscle mass is at. I'd like to cut a little bit more fat off my midsection, and then maybe do a small bulk. But like, I'm pretty happy, honestly, at this point. Hell, yesterday I just ran a sub 6 minute mile for the first time in my life. So I feel like I'm killing it, honestly. I know there's no way to come off without, I come off like a douchebag the way I say this, but there's no way to like not be satisfied with where I'm at. Like, I know if you were to do fitness as like a percentile, I'm probably in the top, at worst, the top 5% of American males, and I feel pretty great about that. All right, let's do some pull-ups. Yeah, it's good to be proud of my hard work for sure, but it's also important to stay humble. All right, so let's do some pull-ups. Yeah, this is gonna creep like hell. Just live with it. Be still tight. Yeah, that's 17. It's a good start. With your discipline. Oh, Saturday nights. Get that. Oh. Quarters off and we'll re-rack. Actually, no, we won't. We still got 3 more sets of pulls to do. We'll probably shrug at 305. That seems easy enough. Dude, that was 405. That was pretty easy. I appreciate that cat cube though. So, Harry Burke, by the way, thank you for the first time chat. Do you mind if I asked you where you found me? Did you just catch me off the algorithm? Did someone refer you here? I always like asking that for my first time chatters. Product of the world. All right. Not bad. 16.
Yeah, I feel like a titan these days, though. I will admit, like, I feel really great about the way I look. And it's enjoyable. It really is. Oh, let's do some lat raises. We'll set those up. You can start writing down what all I've ended up doing. This will be a slightly longer workout, I guess. Maybe a slightly shorter Q&A section. Just fine, because we did Financial Fitness Fridays yesterday. I'll take it. 405 is good. Oh. I've been on a cut. I feel off the last few days. I gotta get back on the horse. Honestly, I fell off my cut like the last month and a half. We've basically been at maintenance. I've been stuck around 215, like 210 to 215. Yesterday I had a really good day. I want to start chaining them together. If I can have a good week, maybe head back out to the beach next weekend, which by the way I'm gonna do. I'll be at Myrtle Beach. If any of y'all are around Myrtle Beach, want to hang out, please hit me up. I love meeting my audience. Anyway, oh, and then the week after that, I'll be in Burlington, North Carolina. Just letting you know. What was I saying? Oh, with regards to, cutting back down, I'd like to get like down to about 10% body fat, like between 10 and 12. And honestly, I don't want to stay at 10% because I feel like when I get below about 12%, 13% body fat, I feel like I have less energy when I'm cutting, and that just sucks. So what I'll probably end up doing is get to about 10 and do sort of what I like to call a mini bulk. I'll probably restart the Super Squats program and do it for 3 weeks and 9 workouts instead of 6 weeks and 18 workouts. Do a mini bulk, then kind of reevaluate what I want to do. So right now, like I'm always, right, the journey is the destination, but I'm very happy with where I'm at now. So it's like, I'm kind of on the bonus stage. I have visible abs. I can lift a shit ton of weight. Well, okay. My big 3 all-time PRs is 1195. I'd like to hit 1200. I guess that'd be pretty cool. I think my theoretical natty max is probably around 1300. I'm not sure how much further than that I can go. I'm not sure I want to try. Anyway, let's do another set. Oh. Ah, 16. Not bad. We'll do one more set of pull-ups. We'll start some lat raises, dumbbells. Ooh, y'all deserve to see the backside on this one.
good. What's your goal, Cat Cube? Like, where are you at now? Height, weight, body fat, where do you want to be? Rest in peace to the greatest running backs of all time. I would say, besides maybe Barry Sanders, perhaps the best. Like, first off, there is no question in my mind that Barry Sanders was the best running back to ever touch that football. But Barry Sanders' dad, growing up, was a really strict guy. And Barry Sanders said, I think in his Hall of Fame speech, Barry Sanders said, yeah, my dad said, you know, growing up, his favorite player was Jim Brown. When I made the NFL, his favorite player was Jim Brown. And when I kept playing in the NFL, his favorite player was still Jim Brown. Now that I'm at the Hall of Fame, I called him up, and his favorite player is still Jim Brown. Do I watch any NHL? I sure do. And there is a 31 out of 32 chance that you hate, you're gonna hate this. Yeah, that's exactly what you think it is. I am a Capitals fan, and I love Tom Wilson. What's up, Tim? Wendy's non-frozen burger. That is a name. Are you secretly the Wendy's Twitter person? Because if you are, I don't like corporate Twitter, but Wendy's occasionally does throw a pretty good clap back. I don't have any team really, maybe Boston. All right. Yeah, no, I'm a Washington fan. Let's do. Little Stones, actually. Like, I'm pretty, like, this is gonna be a pretty low-key chill workout. I'm fairly sore after hitting that, and I mean, I don't know, I'm just pretty happy how it is. How about that Florida-Carolina game? 4 overtimes, that was wild. I did not stay up and watch that. I went to bed. Feel Rolling Stones on here. All right. Last set of pull-ups. All right, I'll take that. That's 65 in 4 sets. Not bad, deadlift. The New Orleans Saints of hockey. Tree's just bitter because we sold at the deadline like an intelligent team and he didn't. And here's another thing. While it was true, the Capitals were pretty garbage in the 70s because the expansion process in the 70s was really bad. The Saints were pretty much garbage until the new millennium. The Caps were a consistent playoff caliber team through most of the latter half of the 80s and most of the 90s. So I think Tree says that
because he's a salty yinzer and not because it's true. That's, I personally think, a poor analogy. You gotta consider for a second, right? Here's a few differences from the Saints and whatnot, right? The Capitals played in one of the statistically best divisions year after year through the 2010s, right through the Ovechkin era. Losing to Pittsburgh twice in the second round, while bitter as all get out, you gotta remember, that those were the two Pittsburgh teams that went and won the Stanley Cup, right? That never happened for the Saints. Atlanta and Carolina and Tampa were not back-to-back Cup winners. So I actually am gonna kind of call BS on Tree's analysis there. I think it's incorrect. Let me lift this up, we're gonna do shrugs. There we go. Put the clips back on. There we go. Oh, Ovechkin's still, I'm convinced, the single greatest hockey player of all time. Only argument against him might be Gordie Howe. It's the only more complete player I could argue for. I don't think anyone else matches Ovechkin. Before people say, oh, what about Gretzky? Gretzky didn't play defense, he didn't hit people, and he got to play against civs for goalies in the 80s. Gretzky would not have been anywhere near the prolific scorer he was had he played in the modern dead puck era. All right. I've been screaming for Pens rebuild since Tom Wilson, let's not just say the Caps, Tom Wilson wrote them. And he's right. He's right about that. He analyzes the Penguins correctly, but he does not analyze the Caps correctly. Right? The only team that matched Columbus and Montreal for injuries last year was Washington. What happened is that we had the wrong coach for the team. Peter Laviolette wanted to justify his employment, and as such, overplayed the veterans, which led to them getting hurt. When they came back, it was very obvious, right? Tree mentioned, oh, we fell off when the veterans came back. Yeah, it's because they weren't healthy. You could tell, and Tom Wilson admitted after the season, I did not come back healthy, I should not have rushed it. Backstrom said the same thing. And Ovechkin, his fucking father died, and he still had a great year. Like, this year had a lot of external factors the Caps couldn't control. And I know, right, like Philadelphia, their boys club is saying, oh, injuries were what were prevented us from being a good team this year. That's not true for Philadelphia. Philadelphia is structurally mismanaged. Washington, I can buy the injury bit a little bit, provided you also admit Peter Laviolette is not the right fit for that team. You need a coach that's willing to play younger talent, which we've not been willing to do. I'll be honest, like I strongly approve of Brian McClellan as a GM, and I'm pretty convinced they're going to be, they're going to come back pretty strong next year. As long as they stay healthy, I think Washington will be a playoff contender next year. Will we win the Stanley Cup? Look, okay, Florida proves that it's a crapshoot. The Cup is an absolute fucking crapshoot. But, is it possible? Yeah, totally.
All right.
Ooh. Yeah, back is sore. It's not hurt. I didn't injure myself. It's just tight. Very tight. What a story if Florida wins it this year. Don't be too surprised. There have been 7 and 8 seeds who have made it and won cups before. Wasn't it the Kings that did that a while back? Right? And then the Montreal Canadiens at 21, they were an 8 seed, went all the way. They didn't win, they made it all the way there. I'm telling you, the Stanley Cup is a crapshoot more than any other playoff series. If you look statistically, the chalk teams win the least in hockey compared to any other major sport. And by chalk teams, I mean like, the 1s and 2s, the top seeds. All right. Let's do another set. This one I'm going to be a little careful on because this one is very good for your lats, but I'm going to be bent over. So I got to make sure my spine stays neutral, right? So we're going to want to do this. That's not easy. Florida versus Blue Bruins game 7. That was a great game. Also, Boston, I have no sympathy for you. I'm sad that Orlov and Hathaway didn't go further. I'm hoping we re-sign Orlov out of Boston's clutches. I think he wants to come back to DC and play with Ovechkin. So I think it'll happen. But I think trading him, especially because we got out of a very desperate Leafs team, we got Rasmus Sandin out of the deal. I think the Caps will surprise people next year, provided we stay healthy. Wilson's getting towards 30, and that bothers me because Tom Wilson's about my age. That means I'm getting near 30. The President's Trophy doesn't mean shit. Honestly, it should though. I think the President's Trophy should carry more weight than it does. Because that's not easy to win that many games in 82 seasons. And I think you should not be ashamed to fly a President's Trophy banner. That's it. It is an impressive achievement. What's up, Mio? Good to see you. All right, here we go. Come on. Oh, the Caps? We won in 2010, 2016, and 2017 for the President's Trophy. Those were great seasons. And in each one, we lost in the first 2 rounds. Who's the new bench boss of the Caps? We don't know yet. Sorry. I don't normally respond to text messages during my workouts, but that was from my mom. And my mom gets top priority. Always be there for the fam. Calluses are tearing up. It's good. Alright, figure out what else I want to do today. rows. I think we'll do some single arm pull down with the cables, or with the bands. All right, see you, Cat Cube. It was good to see you. The difference between me and Tom Wilson is that Tom Wilson is a fucking giga chad who is living his best life, and I have a long way to go to be at that point. All right. Come on, let's get it twisted. There we go. That's it. Can't really show you all in this view. Here we go. Come on. So it's not even accurate. Big Red. Tom Wilson's a forward. That's why he's so good. He hits people like a 1980s or 19. He hits people like Scott Stevens did, and he can shoot like a top 6 forward. I can't wait till he becomes the captain. Whenever Ovechkin hangs him up, and eventually he will, it'll be Wilson for sure. You know what I love too? Is everybody eating their shit, because Tom Wilson is in a contract year. Yeah, it was 5 years ago that we signed into that 5x5. Everybody's like, oh my God, you overpaid for that dude. Uh-huh. Yeah, turns out that was the right choice. 5x5 for Tom Wilson was a fucking steal. Back to my ruins. Cam Neely need to go. No. Keep the boys club. I like watching Boston fail. Let's see. What's something different that I haven't listened to in a while? That'll do. Let's hit this. Wow, some chains this time. A little more grunge. I might do another set or two of that. I don't normally do shrugs as much, and I've got it set up. Why not? I think Cam Neely could stay. I like Cam Neely. Boston, nobody feels bad for you. You guys are like the Rangers. You are unlikable. Frankly. Do some hammer curls. Bunch. I'm fucking tired. Yeah, the lack of sleep last night is catching up to me. It's getting harder. Oh, come on. What's the temperature in here? It's 75, 73. Not bad. The days are coming where it's going to be in the 90s in here. I just have to live with it. I might do one more set of those, honestly. They feel pretty good. Yeah, we'll do 5. Cubs fans are obnoxious. I feel like they got better after 2016. Like they were like the Toronto Maple Leafs fans are, and then 16 happened and they got a grip. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, one motorhead. I'm definitely running on empty right now. That deadlift took a lot out of me. It's just not even from a muscle perspective, but from a central nervous system perspective. That is a lot of weight to deadlift. It was 400 pounds. 405, actually. We're going down weight. It's too much. I can feel myself starting to lose good form. All right, let's see, what have we done so far? 2, 5, 7, 4. God, we're nowhere near close to being done. Shit. Hey, thank you very much for the raid. We'll give you a shout out in just a second. Welcome, Raiders. We'll do some concentrations. Hey, for next CCLVIII, let me give you a shout out. Hang on. Welcome on in, Raiders. Let me introduce myself. First, let's give a shout out to our fantastic Raider, Frenek Sizek. Slovak or some shit, or Polish or Czech, I don't know how to say that. Thank you very much for the raid. Genuinely appreciate it. If we hit 30 people in chat at any point there, let me know, because y'all have earned handstand push-ups. My name is Beer Gunner Dad. I lift weights, I give financial advice, I give dieting advice, and I try to inspire people. That's sort of my thing. And I see 30 on the viewer count, which means y'all have earned handstand push-ups at the end of the workout. So we will do those. Need to do-rack. So today is our pull day. I don't normally deadlift on my pull days, but we did today off of a garage gym challenge. I could have probably gone heavier, but I threw up 405. I was pretty happy with that. So PRs of all time, if you're wondering, are 355 bench, 405 squat, and 435 deadlift. Those are in pounds. I think it works out to something like 161, 184, and 197, I think, for kilograms. Welcome on in, Raiders. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Please, if you like what I do, and if you want to learn more, hit that follow button. We have a Discord. Please ask me anything. I love getting to meet my new audience. Seriously. And I don't, because of the time I normally stream, I very seldom get rated, so I'm very, very grateful when it happens. Thank you once again for Next Zach. My guys, go give him a follow. Check out his stuff. I think I want to hit rows, then we'll hit concentration curls. We're gonna do wide grip rows here. We'll see how we feel. Yeah, no, that's, again, it's very seldom that I get a raid, so you certainly get much love, big shout out, and I'll send you a personalized thank you message at the end of the broadcast. That is what I do. I actually send thank you messages out to every single person that follows me too. And a lot of the time, people are like, oh, is that a bot message? Nope. I write out every single one of those. So the reason I do that is because I'm old-fashioned a little bit. My mom taught me, you know, if you get a gift from someone, you send them a thank you note. And so you do that. Just it's a message. It takes you a couple seconds at the end of the broadcast. You say thank you to everyone who followed you. And a lot of the time that means people, I think, are more likely to return. I like building a community where there's some, you know, some camaraderie, I guess, would be the term. All right. Let's go with let's go with a little Def Leppard. So this is not particularly heavyweight. We're just rowing for volume here. Let's gotta ease this up though. All right, that's 13. I like that. I'm gonna get a couple sets of those. £125. All right, so let's see where we're at. Yeah, let's throw some concentration curls in there. Yeah. And for concentration curls, you're not meant to do them at heavy weight. They are about concentration, as the name would suggest. So you take one arm, place it on the knee, and you really try to isolate it. Here we go. Better. All right, it's 12.
I want to. We'll do 2 sets of that. All right, let's see here. 4, 7, 9, 11 rows. Once we're done with that, 5, 16, 2, 5, 7. This is 23. All right, we're getting there. We got a lot more to do.
I'm tired. I'm definitely feeling the not great amount of sleep I had, and just that's 3 close to max. They're probably 95 to 99% of my weight. Exercises for squat Thursday night, bench yesterday morning, now deadlift this morning. I'm feeling it. I am very sore. Which is good. I'm sore in a good way. It's definitely my body telling me, hey, don't go too much crazier. Let's carry on. This isn't heavyweight. Yeah, we're going for reps, we're going for volume. That's okay. We're going for a wide grip to really work the delts and the lats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Come on. 12. I'll take it. Come on. All right, other arm. Ah, nice. Starting to see the veins pop on my hands. Killer Queen, Dizzy, Lizzy, Major Tom. We just got to fly. We're gonna do, I think, I haven't done incline curls in a while. We'll do that next. I haven't done, yeah, let's hit incline curls. That'll be good. We'll do incline curls, forehand curls, single arm rows, supinated rows. That should get us pretty close to 30. I like it. In time for garage exercise, welcome to the garage. No air conditioning. We got a box fan. Thankfully it's not too hot yet. Don't worry. Down here in the deep south, it's only a matter of time. Hey, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that, man. Or woman. Ow. Hey, Cuervo Jones. Tequila. Appreciate the follow. Oh, I need my belt. Okay, I don't need it. This is not heavy weight. But after the amount of strain, right, deadlifting that heavy, I'd rather play it safe today. I think that's probably pretty understandable. All right, so this time it's gonna be a wide grip row, just like we were doing. And the key is to leave your arms almost inert. Your hands should just be hooks. You should be pulling this up by your back muscles, your delts and your lats. So that's what I'm gonna try and do here. But this time, we're doing a supinated or unhand grip, underhand grip. The last time, we were doing a pronated or overhand grip. This is good for muscle fusion. Come on. Well, I'll take it. We're gonna hit up incline curls. That'll be good. Rockin' it. Yeah. All right, that's good. Now let's grab the weight. We need a little bit more. Ooh, yes. This is normally a cardio song for me. But I'm feeling in the mood for it. It's my favorite band, and yeah, it's one of the most popular songs, but it's popular for a reason. However, my favorite version of it is a live version they did at the Oakland Coliseum in 1981. You know it, you love it. If you're a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I've been told that's an anime that uses this song. It's Roundabout by Yes. Yes is my favorite band of them all, so yeah. But this is the live version, 1981 off of the classic Yes album. Check that one out. Pop! Nice. One more set of rows. Let's go. By the way, if you're wondering what the album cover looks like, Roger Dean, baby. If they stand there, well, my lover will be there, and we'll see. Huh. My pelvis region on my shorts is actually getting covered in a little bit of rust from this cheap Chinese bar. One of these days I'll probably replace that, but been reliable so far. It's rated up to 500 pounds, and I'm not that strong. I probably bent it a bit, but it gets the job done. I will remember you. Your silhouette will charge the view. I'll kiss the atmosphere. Ooh. I need to repaint that or something. Problem is it's riveted in there. So the best I can do is spray a little Rust-Oleum on it, hope it doesn't rust too bad. What am I gonna do? Sand it a little bit. That's the other thing, I need to rust-proof my hooks too. They're starting to get a little bit of rust on the surface. Sand them down. They got a little Rust-Oleum up there. I'll probably do that. I might do that. No reason I couldn't do that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably do it. I'll probably do it next Friday, actually. All right, come on. Come on. No quit. Yeah, we're done. Not overdo it. Hey, Creepy Orifice, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you. We are done with the belt for today. Put it up here. Not done with the bar though. So where are we at right now? So we've done four sets. So we've done 5 sets of traps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sets of back. So that's 16 and 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 sets of biceps. That's 24, we got 6 sets to go. Ten. 12. 13, come on. 14. 15. All right, we got one more of those.
around the back. You right and send the day away. Do a few forehand curls. Woo! It's one my love with you, we see you.
This is too much weight. Yeah, 95 practice. Let's go back down to 85. Got one more set of incline curls to do. All right, so when we do this set on incline curls, we'll have, let's see here, 11 sets of back, 5 sets of tries, 5 sets of traps, and 2, 4, 5, 7, 10 sets of buys. So that's 11 plus 10 is 21, plus 5 is 26. So you'll have 2 sets apiece. Oh wait, I forgot about this one down here, the forehand curl. So 27. So do, probably 2 more sets of forehand curls at 85, and then 1 single arm raise. Or single arm rows at the end for flavor. Sounds good. All right. Let's hit this. Yep. All right. So we've got 4 more sets to go. We're almost done here. This has been a long workout, but of course, a lot of what we did earlier was deadlift. So that would be why. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. Let's hit Little Rocks Off by the Rolling Stones. Off my favorite Rolling Stones album, Exile on Main Street. There we go. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Come on. 12. 13. 14. 15. Alright, good enough. Ah. Pain. Ah. Everything hurts. That means you're doing good. There we go. Alright, one more set of forehand curls. One set of single arm raises and we're done. Hey, thanks Chef Sugar Bear, welcome on in. Appreciate it, Kareem. How it goes? I'm exhausted. We have 2 more sets left. I'm struggling pretty bad here. Here we go. Come on. This is the last set. The sunlight, come on, last set. Come on, this is it. Y'all get handstand push-ups and egg whites after this, by the way. That's it. Yeah, I know the form on that one the best. I'm fucking beat. I'm done. We had 405 on deadlift today. All the rest of this is gravy. Let's go. I just left you wasn't feeling what's went. Supposed to go to Pride today? Oh yeah? Y'all have a Pride I thought Pride month wasn't until June. Hey Borga, thank you very much for the resub. Much appreciated, my amigo. Finish off the water. Let's head inside, we'll get some handstand push-ups going. Egg whites and protein. We are done till Monday. Tomorrow's a rest day. And boy, do I need it.
Different states celebrated at different months. City can't compete with the major cities, so ours was a month earlier. I mean, I live in a rural area, so pride isn't really a thing here, and I'm not the type of guy to celebrate it anyway, but all stripes are welcome in this community. So, yeah, that workout, that kicked ass. I will get handstand push-ups going real shortly. Yo, Dodge,
Yeah.
you doing anything stream-wise?
Not today because I'm going to the ball game today, remember?
Well, yeah, but like I'm talking about in days to come. Translation. Actually, you know what? Get the bottle. I don't have to. As I said, I don't have to go to the restroom. I can just do it here. Which, yay. Oh, those shoes are definitely on their last legs, but worth it. Oh my god. What a day. Let me put my headphones up. Now, some of y'all think, why is this dude pissing in a jug? The answer to that's pretty simple. I actually dilute it and then put it in my compost pile because urine, human urine, has lots of nitrogen in it, which means it helps break down brown compost and gives you more fertile soil as long as you let it decompose. How's Dodger feeling?
My legs are still a little heavy from my leg day the other day.
Okay, delayed muscle soreness. Moreover, are you hungover?
Not terribly. I have a mild headache, but it's obviously I'm up and awake.
It makes sense because you ended up ejecting most of the culprit last night. That was probably for the better. You need to drink lots of water, though. I guarantee you.
I've been drinking water, don't worry.
I would also say, if you haven't weighed yourself, especially.
I already did.
All right. Well, cool.
Yep. I was happy with the number.
Cool. Yeah, I would say. Let me go ahead and. It's probably only the right thing to do. I would definitely say you should hydrate for sure. So stick to it. It's much better. Challenge pissing. I needed that. So if you have any updates you'd like to give my audience, you can step in while I go get the egg whites and protein powder made.
Alright.
Do you have anything you'd like to step up and tell them? The floor is yours. I am pissing right now. Alpha moves. Hey, grind set, bro.
I could say something about male privilege there, but too late, I already did.
Oh, no, it absolutely is male privilege, and I absolutely will flex using that as much as I damn well please. Like, I'm just straight up saying, we got the long end, literally, of the stick on that one.
So yeah, leg day kicked my ass. Tomorrow's my push day. Today I'm going to the ball game, which that's gonna be fun. And tomorrow,
Who are they playing, the Balls?
yep,
That'll be fun.
playing Rocky Top.
Is Tennessee good this year?
It's the SEC. It's always a murderer's row in the SEC.
This is very true. SEC baseball is on the next level. A&M actually sucks this year, relative to normal.
That's kind of sad. I was hoping to see another ball 11.
I mean, that could still happen, even if A&M's bad, but it's just less likely.
Happy to see you keeping up with the fitness. Thanks, lab boys. Yeah, I mean, it was tough. It's hard to get started on this kind of thing with all the years I have of bad habits, but I ain't quitting.
She's making good progress. You're finally starting to put weight on the squat rack too, which, as we know, is the king of all exercises. You know, lab boys, maybe you should get a doctor to try Zerchers. Maybe she'll fall into your school of thought.
What is that?
I'll show you a Zercher squat later.
All right.
That's actually that might work out really well for you. It depends on how strong your elbows are. And then hold up, where's the egg white? Because it's egg white o'clock. I thought I had half a bottle.
Thanks, Capro. I appreciate the encouragement, y'all. I really do. Because when you have almost 25 years of bad habits,
It's not the break.
it is. It really is.
That's what makes it all the more inspiring that you are. And frankly, what I'd love to see more than anything else is you become, a role model, a proof of concept that anyone can do it and it's never too late to start. And here's how I know it's not too late to start for anyone. I was reading a story the other day about a handicapped person in their 80s starting to lift because doctor said your muscles are just degenerating too fast. So you either lift or you die. And started lifting and actually, didn't become, a spry 20-year-old, but definitely saw a ton of progress, a ton of results. So lifting is for everyone. Squats are the king of leg day, which is like being the coolest kid on the short bus. I mean, look, I am a recovering bench bro, and bench is still, and probably always will be, my strongest skill, but I calls them as I sees them. 407 Hose R Us says hello. All right, let's knock down these egg whites because it's just fucking gross, but it needs to be done. Yeah, baby. Egg boys. And then we'll do handstand push-ups. My legs, everything fucking hurts today. Lab boys, I don't know if you saw it. I hit 405 on deadlift today, so cheers. That's probably about 8 ounces. And I think I'm just gonna knock down the rest because I can't be bothered. Let's go for 16 ounces. Ugh. Oh God, that's awful.
Egg white first. Yeah.
Stayed up till 3 a.m. editing a video. Dude, your videos are fire though. I cannot wait for it to come out. I will absolutely hype it the hell up on my channel. What I'm gonna do is dilute this, put some water in it.
Gotcha.
What?
We are out of butter. What are you talking about?
Is that not butter?
That's cream cheese.
Oh. Do you have olive oil? If you can't use, what are you looking to use the butter for?
My rice.
Oh. I'd say, I try either a little olive oil, like maybe a teaspoonful, or a little bit of mayo. But that's, if you really want to get a little body of flavor on it, yeah, honestly, you're right, butter is the best, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure you can find a way to make it work. Just realized I forgot. Forgot something at HEB yesterday. That sucks. So, by the way, for those of you who don't know what HEB is, that's a awesome grocery chain. Is finally starting to get north of McLennan County in Texas. It's never going to expand outside of the state, I don't think, but it is one of the great things about the Lone Star Republic.
I'm gonna start getting ready to go.
All right, you do that. I'm going to do my handstand push-ups because I owe it to the audience, and then we'll do abs. Today is even day, so we'll do holds. We'll do some push-ups, and we'll carry on. Oh God, above A, JCast615. Thank you very much for the follow. And by the way, yes, I do use these socks pretty much exclusively for deadlifting.
All right.
Because they're tall, I don't have to worry about. How about that? Because they're tall, I don't have to worry about scraping up my legs. It's not even that I do that often, but it's a psychological thing. It's just, if I happen to scrape, it's not going to kill me. Like, it's not going to shred up my shins. And if I have the socks on, I can psychologically keep it a lot closer to my shins, which means closer to the center of balance, which means it's safer. So it's really, I put these on for up here less than for any real physical benefit. So if you have trouble deadlifting and keeping the bar at center of mass, consider getting a nice pair of like baseball socks. You'd be surprised how much they help. And also,
they're fucking baller because the Nationals are awesome. Well, okay, they're better than they were last year. Let's go with that. I'm happy with them. I wasn't expecting anything out of the Nats. Anyway, so we're gonna do some handstand push-ups. Can I get some hype in chat? And if you like what I do, check out the Discord or hit that follow button. 1, 2, 3. Whoop. Oh, and by the way, I'm definitely on these. I'm using the wall progressively less. I'm still having to occasionally touch it because I don't quite have the balance perfected, but I've gotten better at it. So that's work in progress. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 2, 3.
Oh, this is so nasty with egg whites upside down in my stomach. 10 and a clean dismount. Actually, that was pretty good.
Very nice.
Oh, there's the dizziness. Okay, we're gonna sit for just a second. Holy moly.
I'm gonna get past real quick.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Because I'm gonna go get the mail.
No, you're good. You're gonna do what you need to do. The audience is used to you being in the background on my streams in the same way that I'm in the background on yours. It's just kind of one of the realities of living here.
Yep.
Honestly, it makes it a lot more entertaining just because we're two different people who have two different interests. But we often, we talk. We have enough similarities to where we can, sling barbs each other's way. I'd make jokes about South Carolina having a bit of a skid, but A&M's doing worse this year, so I can't. Hey, what's up, Tim? Welcome back. We have a new first-time chat. Oh. That is Lustin Johnson. Welcome on in. We get the Shelby detailed. Hell yeah, bro. Okay, so Lab Boys has. Have you ever actually done like a review, like an in-depth car review of that Shelby? That would be fire content, dude. You should do that. There are plenty of other Shelby, reviews, but like you make it nice. Like talk about like the in-depth details, quirks, features. Production numbers, all the interesting do like a little bit of research on every little nitty gritty feature of the car that maybe a lot of more broad-based reviews don't cover. I feel like that would be a pretty good piece of content to put out. I don't feel like it would require that much editing either. So there's a decent idea for you. We're gonna stretch out our legs a little bit here. Oh. I hate stretching so much. This hurts a lot. I will gladly deadlift 400 pounds before stretching. I hate stretching so much. Oh, the two milk jugs over there, empty milk jugs, I should say. Yes, those are my piss jugs. And again, there is actually a good environmental reason to do that. Also, it's hella convenient. I'll put one of them in my bed at night, and so I don't have to get up and walk over to the bathroom. I can just roll over to the edge of the bed and just, half awake, relieve myself. That's pretty nice. Dude, I'm trying to gain weight. Okay, so Tim, if you're trying to gain weight, I can help you with that. Bulk cycle. So let's talk about that. What is your current weight, if you don't mind me asking? What is your current height, and what are you trying to bulk to? And I assume when you say gain weight, you're trying to build muscle, right? Because I can give you some guidelines and some numbers. You probably already have planned all this out, but if you haven't, this will be really valuable advice. All right. So first thing we're going to do is a set of 6 inches. 6 inches is the simplest exercise pretty much that there is. All you have to do is raise your heels 6 inches off the ground and hold it there. All right? 3, 4. Or just hold it. Real simple. This works pretty much all of your abs, but especially your lower abs. I strongly, if you like doing ab exercises and you don't do these, I recommend them. They're great. And you can make them harder, but lifting up your upper half. But I just find that keeping this basic, just holding it, is pretty solid.
Then I go for a minute, and then I transition into a plank. "40 seconds. God. Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel the egg whites sloshing around in my stomach. That's gross. 16 ounces of egg whites. But that's 50 grams of protein, or 49 grams of protein, which is pretty great. Oh. All right, so you are, so we move to a plank, 120 pounds and 6'1". Yeah, you're pretty skinny. What are you trying to get to? Trying to get to Bruce Lee. Ooh. See, come on. 2, 3. This is tough. Basic plank. It wouldn't be this hard, but you gotta remember, deadlift, you have to engage your core. So my abs are already pretty shot up. 20 more seconds. And then side planks. 4, 5, come on. Come on, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and side plank. In grade 11, all right, I mean, it's all good. Bruce Lee mixed with Wolverine, so you're 120 pounds and 6'1". So yeah, you definitely need a bulk. You're probably no more than 10% body fat at that height, because I'm 6'3" and 212. I'd say it's 6'1". You can probably bulk safely to 150. Oh, that's 230. We switch. I'd say 150 pounds would probably be a good place to start. Maybe 160. And first off, I highly recommend joining the Discord if you want all the nitty-gritty details, because I can only summarize on stream. Come on. Come on. 9 and 3 minutes. All right. Go ahead. Stretch out glutes. So if you're 120 pounds and 6'1", I would say if you're in grade 11, that means you're still in your teenage years, which means you have the ability to grow. So if you're in grade school, I want you to go to your if you do really want to learn how to book or how to bulk, because here's what you do. Go to your library and find the book and write this down. The book is called Super Squats, and the author is Randall Strawson, and start learning by reading. Here's the thing. If you embrace the path of continual knowledge, you are going to find a lot more success if you do the same thing year in and year out. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, I feel that in my hamstrings, expecting different results. You can get by. Go ahead.
I have something to show you when you get up to.
What?
Oh, just something in the garden.
Okay. Oh, God. That's a leaf.
It is purple basil.
Can I smell it?
Of course.
Oh, that smells fantastic. You know what? I'm gonna put this under the light. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So if you want to bulk, the surefire way to starting is. So that book was considered antiquated when it came out in the Reagan era. It is advice that kind of it was originally discovered as early as the 1920s and 1930s, and a lot of the underlying concepts were perfected in the 50s and the 60s. So it is an old book in that sense. It ignores a lot of the more modern theories on weight training.
And I appreciate that because if you go back and look at some of the barrel-chested strongmen of the 50s and 60s, why would you want to look like anything else, right? I'll put it this way, right? If this is good enough for, Alan Thrall on YouTube, I like Alan Thrall quite a bit. And he has said everyone should do this workout at least once, that workout program, and that it is, and this is quoting him here, really fucking hard. And that's about accurate. Those were the hardest 18 workouts of my life were that super squats program. But I will tell you, oh my God, as someone who is, in his upper 20s now, I've never seen, like that was, when I did super squats, that was the first time I got gains the way I was getting them in high school. And if I had had that knowledge, if I had had that book in high school, I'd have become a monster. And I wish I had. And that book existed in 2010 and 2011 when I was in high school. But I wasn't smart enough to go and seek information. So this is me reaching out to someone who's a little bit younger and saying, hey, do you want the cheat code? Here you go. It's almost like heavy breathing squats are a magic wand. And I really do believe it. I will preach the gospel of the heavy breathing low bar back squat. Nothing will beat it. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Head to my bedroom and grab the t-shirt that's on the floor.
Sure.
So I just don't want to make a ton of farting noises when I do sit-ups next. God, I'm sore. Oh. So you can also see I am not a particularly flexible person. Never have been. This hurts so bad, holy shit. But I'm begrudgingly beginning to realize I have to work on it, or it's gonna cause injuries down the line. I don't like stretching. Stretching and I have an adversarial relationship, but I am beginning to come around to the idea that it's a necessity and not a optional extra. Yeah, if you want the cheat code to bulking, super squats is the way to go. And by the way, under no circumstances should you attempt the super squats workout regimen on a cut cycle. Do not do that. It's unsafe. Super squats, the heavy breathing squat set in the super squats regimen requires you to be almost at a calorie surplus, because if you don't, you will not have enough energy to complete the set. You will collapse and you will fail. And the whole premise of the program is pushing yourself beyond what you think you're capable of doing. That, again, it's only one set of squats, but that set of squats is hell on earth. You descend into the depths of hell for 2 to 3 minutes. And the only thing that can get you through is your willingness to push on. And when you complete that, you are going to feel like Jesus when you do the pullovers at the end. And then it's going to hit you. Oh shit, I got to add 5 pounds and do this 2 days from now. And that's where it sucks. But unbelievably effective. I would not recommend doing that program for any more than 6 weeks. Frankly, I think you could cut it to 3 or 4 and be just as good. I definitely noticed the majority of the gains I got on the program were in the first 3 to 4 weeks. All right, so let's do crunches. We're gonna do crunches and sit-ups today. Go old-fashioned. Oh. Let's start with sit-ups. 3, 4. Did you want to leave by 12?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make it quick.
Don't hurt yourself now.
Oh, I got 40 minutes. I'll be off by 11:45, I think. Because then it'll give me 15 minutes to shower, change, and get going.
Works for me.
Ugh, I want to die. God. Oh, I'm so sore. Thank God tomorrow's a rest day. I need one. God, the amount of, I mean, like, I've put my body through the ringer the last 3 days. Really 2.5. Actually, not even, 1.5. Actually, let me think about this. So, Thursday afternoon, see, it's 11:19 a.m., so 24 hours would be, or 36 hours would be 11:19 p.m. Thursday. So, in the last 42 hours, I've done 380 on squats, 350 on bench, ran a 5:58 mile, the first sub-6 I've ever had, and deadlifted 405.
You're stringing along some W's there.
I'm stringing along some W's, but I am also a little bit worse for wear right now. I just feel it. My body's exhausted. I did not get enough sleep last night. I stayed up too late. It was fun, but see, this is partially why I'm open to the idea of doing old school RuneScape on Sundays and just making it a rule that the only time I play it is when I'm on the air, and I'll only go till like noon. So it'll be 3 hours a week, and that's actually pretty reasonable. By the way, chat, if y'all are interested, I've been thinking that over. I've been thinking about making an old school RuneScape account, because that's a game I really grew up with and I have a lot of fond memories of, and playing it in such a manner that the chat kind of gets to decide what I do with the account. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I feel like it'd be fun because you guys could make your own accounts, and we all could play, like, we could make a clan. I feel like that'd be fun. I think this is going to be 60. I've kind of lost track. Good enough. All right. That's going to be it. I'd be down to try. Cool. Let's do a little bit of stretching. Let's see. We'll touch toes. We'll do the splits. We'll cat-cow. And then we'll do the upper. So start with the toe touch. Oh man. Excuse me. This is better. Oh. Better than it has been. And we'll splits. Oh, ah, pain.
Life is piano.
Yeah, that'll be enough of that. Okay, cow. This is important after a deadlift day. Really stretch out the muscles around the spine, spinal cord. Oh. Yeah, dog. Yeah, my body's telling me to quit. one last cat. And we're done. All right, so now we enter the Q&A section of the stream. But first, the roommate has a bit of a green thumb. What's up, Bamazaddy? Good morning. The roommate has a bit of a green thumb, and I'd like to show you. She has grown. This is what, purple Thai basil?
Yes.
Look at that. Let me see if we can get it. There we go. See this beautiful purple color. Now I'm going to eat it. Ooh. That's going to make a fire basil chicken at some point.
You gonna throw that in the curry?
Oh yeah, I was going to do green curry pork, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I absolutely should. That's a great idea. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. What I did was I found a medley of basil seeds at a cheap discount at like a Home Depot or something, and I put them in the garden as a means to keep aphids off of my crops because fuck aphids. They destroy so many things.
Mm-hmm.
But as a nice little bonus, now I have some herbs for cooking.
I mean, and basil is two of the tastiest cuisines on this planet, if you ask me. Thai and Italian. Basil is central to those two. And it's good because we got a variety. But like between a caprese salad, obviously, just blend basil leaves and raw garlic and you get a little bit of olive oil and you get a wonderful homemade pesto. Which I know you don't care for, but I quite appreciate. It's a fattier sauce, but it's so terrific.
Basil is great in curry.
But yeah, Thai basil in particular enhances any curry, particularly a green curry, but any curry. You haven't really experienced a lot of Thai food. We're going to Myrtle again next week, and I think
We found a Thai place.
yeah, I think we'll head up.
Well, Thai Lao.
Yeah, it was Thai and Lao, which is good enough. I'm probably gonna get me some larb there just because I want it. Speaking of Thai, Lab Boys has gotten pretty good at making some Thai meals. The trouble with Thai is that you have to have a tiny bit of like 20 different ingredients to make it taste right. And if you can buy them in bulk and freeze them, it's great. But I've yet to find a decent like Thai market, right? There's a Chinese market and an Indian market, and those are both good up in Augusta, but you need like a Southeast Asian market like Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos.
I do know of a Vietnamese grocery store in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Oh, well, that's not helpful.
No, it's not helpful now, but when I go back up there to get more of my stuff, whenever I do, I can take a stop there. Just give me a list and I'll look for it.
That, I might actually ask you to do that. No, I love a curry. Problem with Thai curries, though, is, kaffir lime, yes. The problem with a lot of curries is that they're very good for you micronutritionally, but the macros on most curries are pretty poor. And the reason for that is, at least for Thai, requires heavy use of coconut milk. And coconut milk is good for you, but it is very high in fat. And as a result, the calories are explosive. Again, Thai is wonderful. If you've gone out for like a nice long hike or a bike ride or a run and you want to recharge with a Thai curry, bang on. But if you're just sitting around and Thai curry is your normal meal, you're going to put on weight. The problem is I eat a half gallon of it. Well, portion control is something that I struggle with a lot as well. I actually did really well yesterday. I had about 1,700 calories, which is a lot lower than I normally go, but 198 grams of protein, which is pretty baller. So I had a big old salad for dinner last night with like canned tuna, feta cheese. It was good. There's one other little life hack. Cheeses. So cheese can be a pretty good source of protein in the same way that skim milk can. You don't have to go for low fat or reduced fat cheese to get there. The challenge is which cheeses. In general, you want to go for harder cheeses. Harder cheeses like Parmesan or feta. Cheeses of that nature tend to be higher in protein and lower in fat,
Then cheese is like, well, brie is basically all fat. Cream cheese is basically all fat. Or like camembert, farmer's cheese, mozzarella. Those are typically fattier cheeses. So if you're looking for, if you're really a fan of cheese, and I am, and you want to incorporate it into your diet, try to stick to a little bit more hard cheeses, a little bit less soft cheeses, and that should, it's the little things. You piece the little things together, and it'll help change a calorie surplus into a calorie deficit. How you doing, Lycan? Good to see you. We're gonna do a little stretching. I got 15 minutes left before we're gonna go, because we want to get out of here, and I want to shower because I'm kind of disgusting after that pretty intense workout. So this is the Q&A section of the server or the stream. Tomorrow we will be live. It'll be a rest day. I'm actually gonna talk to my server, my Discord, to figure out what I want to do. Sunday is gonna be where I start trying to play games, and I don't quite have a feel for what my audience wants me to do. I'm not gonna play an FPS game, because if I play FPS, I'm gonna be too focused in on that, and I like talking to chat too much, and I feel like I want something more casual. So it could be like Minecraft, either like tycoons or sim games. Old school RuneScape just sounds the most fun to me, and it's also free, and it's also something like the audience can do with me. Like, we can interact both in the game and on Twitch, so that just seems like it'd be a ton of fun. But I'd love to hear. Well, I mean, I don't have to game, but the other way I'll do that is probably just. We'll see. I just do push-ups and sit-ups, and or it'll be push-ups and abs tomorrow. Just do a short Q&A, and then we'll call it quits by 10 or 10:30. It doesn't have to be a long stream, and I don't have to game. We can just chat, or I could do a little cooking. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Tomorrow I was gonna do a pot of refried. I say refried. A mock refried beans. I've managed to do that in such a healthy way, or a much more healthy way than conventional refried beans, which are unbelievably delicious but have lard in them. And lard is not something you want to consume on a cut. That's, I think, kind of goes without saying. I think most people can put that together. So let's do a little stretching out of the upper body, though. You're pretty sore. Yeah. Stretch out the chest. Oh my god. Yeah. The whole body is sore at this point. I actually didn't feel, I'm surprisingly not that sore last night, but I'm feeling it now for sure. Oh. I don't know. As far as playing games on chat's concerned, it's one I want to workshop this with my Discord, and I want to workshop this with my audience. I want to see what you guys want me to do before kind of committing to one thing as our Sunday thing. Old school RuneScape just seems like it ticks off a lot of the boxes. It's not something I have to be super duper focused in all the time. It's interactive. Like if I'm fishing or wood cutting, I can do push-ups or sit-ups in between. I can still answer chat. To me, it just seems like a really good middle ground on how to do it. But, wow. That's sore as hell. All right, let's spread the lats, see how they look, because this was a lat workout. Hey, look at that. You can see them. Traps. And lats are looking better these days. Yeah, there's a lot more. That's a lot better than it was. I've been putting more effort into hitting my lats, and I can tell the difference. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right, so I'm gonna take a quick break, get a little bit more water in this, drink it, and we'll be back for the final Q&A. So pepper me with questions, otherwise we'll wrap up, okay? Be right back in 1 minute, y'all.
So basil was tasty?
Yeah, that's good shit. Thank you.
Of course. There's plenty more where that came from.
Excellent. We'll start using it. We will start using it.
That's the plan.
I'm gonna knock down the egg whites. Actually, I'll do that. I'll wait till the commercial break's over. That shit's kind of gross. Piss time. There we go. I don't think this is against terms of service. Why would it be? As far as y'all know, no, I'm not gonna bullshit it. Like, I'm clearly pissing in a jug, but, you know, whatever. Girardi.
Fuck now.
Anybody here a TF2 fan? I could play TF2. The problem is if I play TF2, I'm gonna get super into it, and then I'm not gonna be focusing on chat at all. Put dispenser here.
Nope.
Ugh. All right, kill the egg whites. So that was 250 calories, 49 grams of protein, and like 1 gram of carbs and 1 gram of fat. That's pretty great. You're not really going to do a whole lot better than that. Wait a minute. Did I get the math right on that? No, I don't think I did the math right on that. I'm going to check Nutritionics on that. It's like 200 something. I think it's like between 200 and 250 grams of, or calories. So we're back. We all got 10 minutes. This is the final kind of Q&A. So if you have questions, this is the time to ask me. You can ask me about this up here. You can ask me about fitness, about diet. You really name it, and then that's what we're going to talk about. Let's hit Nutritionics. Oh, I'm rating CCLVIII. For sure going to rate CCLVIII. All right, that one's going to happen. Also going to write down protein, 340, 56, 7, 16, that's calories, protein, fat, carbs. Egg whites. Nutritionics. Nutritionics is how long am I going to grow the mohawk for? I think I kind of like where it's at. I don't really want this to get any longer. It's going to get kind of ridiculous, like a plume. This is just long enough to where I can count on my hair standing up. But if it starts falling over, I think that makes it look less good. So I'm pretty happy with where it's at. So I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot on that front. Let's go egg whites. So egg whites liquid. 454 grams, so that'll be 30 tablespoons, thereabouts. Let's see, 29.5, I guess. 29.6. That's 454, almost on the dot. So 230, I'll round up, we'll say 240 calories, 49 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, and 3 grams of carbs. That's pretty great. That's when you use gel and hairspray? No. The whole point of this is that it's a fun but low maintenance haircut. Any ideas for cold protein packed lunches? Won't have access to a microwave at work. Yes, actually. If you can keep it cold enough, I'm going to show you this. This is a cheat code. This is one of my go-tos. This thing is an absolute cheat code. Non-fat Greek yogurt. This is the Aldi brand. This is 2 pounds, and I will go through an entire container of this at my desk. The whole thing is 450 calories, about 80 grams of protein, and about 30 grams of carbs, and no fat because it's non-fat. And then you can pair it with either unsweetened applesauce, which is what I like to do, and then throw a little cinnamon, or canned fruit. Peach slices. Yes, this is pure carbs and sugar, but fruit has good micronutritional benefits, so canned pineapple, pear, fruit cocktail if you can get it in juice, don't get it in heavy syrup, that's just added sugar. See, I go for this because it's cheap. This or the Kirkland, the Costco brand. I got this for like $3.20, so that's pretty good. Ooh, non-dairy. Okay, that makes it a little bit harder. Let me go put this back. Hang on, that's a good challenge. I can kick it. This is one that my roommate does fairly often. Take a can of chicken, like just Kirkland brand or whatever kind of canned chicken you fancy, canned chicken breast. Mix it the night before, put it in a bowl or a container that you want to take to work with you. Mix it in with a good heaping bit of curry powder, a little chopped celery if you fancy it, or not if you don't. Celery seed maybe if you don't. And a little bit of salt and a little bit of mayo, and it's chicken salad. The only thing you gotta do is measure out the mayo you're using. Mayo is very high in fat. So consider a lighter mayo perhaps, or...
Like one made with olive oil.
Yeah, like one made with olive oil, or if you can deal with Miracle Whip, that may be the move.
Yeah.
I don't care for Miracle Whip, so I'd rather just go with mayo, but the point is, as long as you're sparing with it, that makes a chicken salad where the macro ratios are pretty solid. They're not perfect, but it's not bad. Pre-packed salads, if you do, like take a larger Tupperware container, put all your salads in it, like your salads and everything that's not gonna soak the leaves of the salad, if you have a dryer cheese, nuts, canned beans, whatever. And then take a separate container, put a little dressing in there. You can make really great homemade dressings with, 1 part olive oil, 2 to 3 parts balsamic vinaigrette, a little salt, a little pepper, a little rosemary, a little bit of a little basil, whatever other herbs you fancy. That's not a bad one. You can also pack those salads with things like canned tuna or canned chicken. Again, is it the most tasty option? No. Will those macros be great for you? Hell yeah. Another really good one, hard-boiled eggs. Very cheap, packed with protein, and very, very easy to make. I have a rice cooker with a little basket on the top, and I will put the eggs in that basket, steam them, boom, instant easy eggs, and they come out perfect every single time. Rice cookers are a fucking life hack, I promise you that. That or pressure cookers. Costco does have pre-made individual salads, but the macros on those are usually crap because they're usually served with lots of cream-based dressings, and those cream-based dressings are loaded with fat and calories. So in general, I would say you're better off making your own salads, and especially making your own salad dressings. If you're going to use a pre-made salad dressing, check the macros beforehand. Have I used the grill yet? I haven't had the time, man. When would I have had the time? No, I have not. I want to use the grill, but I have not had the time. Been very busy. I need to meal plan it better. The problem is I didn't. Okay, so I actually did go to Costco, or I did go to Aldi yesterday and did my meal plan. And the way I'll usually do it is I'll make out a rough meal plan, but then adjust it if certain items are on sale. So there was a ton of ground pork on sale. So grill today. No, I'm going to Columbia for a baseball game with Dodger. So we're gonna go watch a baseball game. So I'm gonna eat out tonight. So no. I could grill tomorrow, but tomorrow I was gonna do. Grilled foods are a cheat code. They sure are. Grilled vegetables are delicious too. Oh, and if you've never grilled a peach as a dessert, a grilled peach, a little bit of vanilla ice cream or whipped cream. Oh, yes, please. All right, it is 11:45, so I think we're gonna get ready to raid someone. No grill instead. Nah, I'm good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and raid Celty. Stick around for the raid because one, Celty's awesome. He does really good high intensity interval training, and moreover, you get channel points if you stick around for the raid. So we're gonna go ahead and look to raid Celty. Ooh, let's put the raid message in first. Raid message, ag deadlifted 405 today. So we're gonna go raid Celty. All right, so I'd like to go ahead and say thank you for everyone who showed up. Borgamax, thanks for the resub. JCast615, Creepy Orphis, Cuervo Jones 85, Uppy 12, thank you very much for the follows, and Fernax Sichak, thank you very much for the raid. All right, everybody, we're going to raid Celty, and as always, make good decisions. Those good short-term decisions form habits. Those habits form values. Those values form an ethos. That ethos can be the cornerstone to building your future. Much love. Come in for the hug. And right now.